When scientists find Allosaurus bones, they almost always show signs of breaks, bites, and other injuries, which indicates that they were frequent fighters. Ceratosaurus bones are usually found unbroken, and then conflict was a last resort. The Ceratosaurus was a cautious dinosaur, with eyes placed closer to the sides of its head to widen its field of vision and help it spot potential trouble. Perhaps we would only venture into dangerous territory when driven by terrible hunger.
Dinosaurs like Allosaurus intruders that they were not welcome.
With its eyes placed more to the side, the Ceratosaurus had poor depth perception when looking straight. It was best able to see prey in front of it when standing still to stabilize its vision.
So high in a dense grove of trees, long standing motionless. The only thing moving on Earth is going to be her eye.
While the females in the herd will make moves to circle and hide their potential prey, you will then try to flush their blood and chase it towards the hiding female. Ceratosaurus will use a loud roar to drive the prey and alert its hiding mate.
She has no idea. 35 4-ton Allosaurus is within striking distance. It slowly begins to move up behind her, trying to be as quiet as it can.
The Allosaurus is heavily padded with rubbery cones of skin. This allows even the 4-ton Allosaurus to sneak up on its prey. It also allows it to grip the ground more firmly, preventing missteps, which would alert its quarry. The Allosaurus exerts 1 ton of pressure with its body on lethal force. The Ceratosaurus may ultimately have been doomed by its limited brain capacity. Only able to concentrate on one thing at a time, it is too slow to recognize.
Will jump out at any moment. He knows where the ambush lies.
The Allosaurus bellows loudly at the male Ceratosaurus. Louder than the roar of a jumbo jet taking off. This deafening sound is meant to warn off adversaries. As he turns and looks, he sees the silhouette of a massive Allosaurus that is now closing in. The Allosaurus is a classic predator. Its claws are used to hold prey, and its teeth are its main weapon.
The Allosaurus turns to the hot Ceratosaurus lines up and tries to figure out.
In bird species, the Ceratosaurus probably mated for life, but now it can concentrate only on survival.
Using trees as defense, he ducks in and out, trying to get in close enough to attack that mouth every time the Ceratosaurus steps on the tree. The Ceratosaurus recognizes its vulnerable spot. It has no defense. It will be able to leap onto his side and rip him open. His long, stiff tail is designed to balance it. It would be like the world's first rodeo.
The Ceratosaurus would have been able to jump out because the Ceratosaurus was only
blood gushing. Now the fight has changed. The Ceratosaurus moves quickly around and leaps in the air, landing on the side of the Allosaurus. The Ceratosaurus slumps to the ground, and the Allosaurus towers over its prey, its helpless prey. Done.
Ceratosaurus bones, they almost always show signs of breaks, spikes, and other which indicates that they were frequent fighters. Ceratosaurus bones are usually found unbroken, and then conflict is the last resort. The Ceratosaurus was a cautious dinosaur, with eyes placed closer to the sides of its head to widen its field of vision and help it spot potential trouble. Perhaps they would only venture into dangerous territory when driven by terrible hunger.
Dinosaurs like Allosaurus, they were not welcome.
The Ceratosaurus had poor depth perception looking straight up. It was best able to see prey in front of it when standing still to stabilize its vision.
So high in a dense grove of trees along a range, standing close, only for moving on her going to leave her eye.
While the female is in hiding, her mate moves to circle behind their potential prey. He will then try to flush their prey and chase it towards the hiding female. The male Ceratosaurus will use a loud roar to drive the prey and alert its hiding mate.
She has no idea that while 35-foot long, 4-ton Allosaurus is within striking distance. Slowly begins to move behind it, trying to be as quiet as he can.
The Allosaurus is rubbing callous skin. This allows even the 4-ton Allosaurus to sneak up on its head. It also allows it to grip the ground more firmly, preventing missteps or alert blood. The Allosaurus exerts 1 ton of pressure on its body, a lethal force.
It realizes it slumps to the ground.
The Ceratosaurus may ultimately have been doomed to its limited brain capacity. Only able to concentrate on one thing at a time, it is too slow to recognize.
He will jump out at any moment. He knows where the ambush spot is.
The Allosaurus bellows louder than the male Ceratosaurus, slightly louder than the roar of a jungle jet taking off. This deafening sound is meant to warn off adversaries.
Catches slight movement as he turns and looks and sees the silhouette of a massive Allosaurus that is now closing in.
The Allosaurus is a classic beaver. Its claws can be used to hold prey, but its teeth cause pain.
The Allosaurus turns his body and the Ceratosaurus lines up to try to figure out.
The Ceratosaurus probably made it for life, but now it can concentrate only on survival.
Using trees as defense, devastating out, trying to get in close enough to attacking that mouse every time the Ceratosaurus steps into the tree. The Ceratosaurus looks at his attacker and recognizes the king has no defense. He'll be able to leap onto his side and rip him open. His long, stiffened hair is designed to bounce him. It would be like the world's first rodeo.
The Ceratosaurus would have been able to jump over it. It is the Ceratosaurus's only.
Blood gushes from the wound. Now the fight has changed. Ceratosaurus moves quickly around and leaps into the air, landing on the side of the Allosaurus. The Ceratosaurus slumps to the ground, and the Allosaurus powers over his prey. The
adventure in dangerous territory or driven by terrible hunger.
Sounds like Alistair Rubin is not welcome.
With its eyes placed more inside, the Ceratosaurus had poor depth perception looking straight ahead. It was best able to see prey in front of it when standing still to stabilize its vision.
She'll hide in a dense grove of trees along a game trail, standing motionless. The only thing moving on her are going to be her eyes.
While the female is hiding, her mate moves to circle behind the potential prey. He will then try to clutch her quarry and chase it towards the hiding female. The male Ceratosaurus will use a loud roar to drive the prey and alert its fighting mate.
She has no idea. 35 feet, 4-ton Allosaurus is within striking distance. He slowly begins to move up behind her, trying to be as quiet as
The Allosaurus is feeding on heavily with rubbery clouds of skin. This allows even the 4-ton Allosaurus to sneak up on its victim. It also allows it to grip the ground more firmly, preventing missteps, which will alert its prey. The Allosaurus exerts 1 ton of pressure with its bite, a lethal force.
looking lifeless.
The Ceratosaurus may ultimately have been doomed by its limited brain capacity. Only able to concentrate on one thing at a time, it is too slow to recognize.
Jump out at any moment. He knows where the ambush spot is.
The Allosaurus bellows louder than the male Ceratosaurus, likely louder than the roar of a giant jet taking off. This deafening sound is meant to warn off adversaries.
Catches a slight movement. As he turns and looks, he sees the silhouette of a massive Allosaurus and is now closing in.
The Allosaurus is a classic headhunter. Its claws can be used to hoard prey, but its teeth are its main weapon.
The Allosaurus turns his body as the Ceratosaurus lines up and tries to figure out.
In those species, the Ceratosaurus probably mated for life, but now it can concentrate only on survival.
Using trees as defense, he ducks in and out, trying to get in close enough to open that mouth every time the Ceratosaurus steps from the tree. The Ceratosaurus looks at his pack and recognizes two has no defense. He is able to reach down to his side and rip him open. His long, stiff tail is designed like a balancing. It would be like the world's first road race.
The Ceratosaurus would have been able to jump over it. It is the Ceratosaurus' own.
Blood gushing from the wound. Now the fight has changed. Ceratosaurus moves quickly around and leaps in the air, landing on the side of the Allosaurus. The Ceratosaurus slumps to the ground, and the Allosaurus towers over its prey. Its helpless prey. Done.
When scientists find Allosaurus bones, they almost always show signs of breaks, spikes, and overlaps, which indicates that they were frequent findings. Ceratosaurus bones are usually found unmarked, and then contact was a rapid. The Ceratosaurus was a cautious beast, with eyes placed close to the side widen its field of vision and help it spot potential trouble. Perhaps we would only venture into dangerous territory when driven by terrible hunger.
This looks like Allosaurus is a bit not run.
With its eyes placed more to the sun, the Ceratosaurus had a depth perception when looking straight ahead. It was able to see prey in front of it when standing still to stabilize its vision.
She'll hide in a dense grove of trees along a game trail, standing close. Anything moving on her are going to be her object.
While the female's in hiding, her mate moves to circle behind her potential prey. He will then try to flush their blood and chase it towards the hiding female. The male Ceratosaurus will use a loud roar to drive the prey and alert his hiding mate.
She has no idea. 35-foot long, 4-ton Allosaurus is within striking distance. He slowly begins to move up behind her, trying to be as quiet as he can.
The Allosaurus's feet are heavily packed with rubber and calloused skin. This allows even the 4-ton Allosaurus to sneak up. It also allows it to grip the ground more firmly, preventing missteps, which would alert its quarry. The Allosaurus exerts 1-ton pressure with its body, a lethal force.
Completely lifeless, it slumps to the ground.
The Ceratosaurus may ultimately be doomed by its limited brain capacity. Only able to concentrate on one thing at a time, it is too slow to recognize.
Will jump out at any moment. He knows where the ambush spot is.
The Allosaurus bellows loudly at the male Ceratosaurus, likely louder than the roar of a jumbo jet taking off. This deafening sound is meant to warn off adversaries.
Catches slight movement. As he turns and looks, he sees the silhouette of a massive Allosaurus that is now closing in.
The Allosaurus is a classic predator. Its claws can be used to hold prey. Its teeth
The Allosaurus turns his body as the Ceratosaurus lines up and tries to figure out.
the Ceratosaurus probably mated for life, but now can concentrate only on survival.
Using trees as defense, ducks his mouth, trying to get in close enough to attack that mouth every time the Ceratosaurus moves into the tree. The Ceratosaurus looks at his attack. He recognizes the king of its moment. This has no defense. He'll be able to leap onto the side and rip him open. His long, stiffened tail is designed to balance him. It would be like the world's first rodeo.
The Ceratosaurus would have needed to jump on. It is the Ceratosaurus's only hope. Ceratosaurus was a cautious dinosaur, with eyes placed closer to the sides of its head to widen its field of vision, help it spot potential trouble. Perhaps they would only venture into dangerous territory when driven by terror or hunger. With its eyes placed more to the side, the Ceratosaurus had poor depth perception when looking straight ahead. It was best able to see prey in front of it when standing still to stabilize its vision.
So high in the dense growth of trees along a game trail and staying in motion, the only thing moving on Earth is the
While the females in hiding, the male moves to circle behind the potential prey. He will then try to flush their blood and chase it towards the hiding female. The male Ceratosaurus will use a loud roar to drive the prey and alert its hiding mate.
He has no idea. 35-foot long, 4-ton Allosaurus is within striking distance. He slowly begins to move up behind him, trying to be as quiet as he can.
The Allosaurus is with rubbery clots of skin. This allows even a 4-ton Allosaurus to sneak up on its victim. It also allows it to grip the ground more firmly, preventing missteps. The Allosaurus exerts no ton of pressure with its body on mental force.
Slumps to the ground.
The Ceratosaurus may ultimately have been able by its limited brain capacity, only able to concentrate on one thing at a time, and is too slow to recognize.
Will jump out at the moment. He knows where the ambush spot is.
The Allosaurus bellows loudly at the male Ceratosaurus, likely louder than the roar of a jumbo jet taking off. This deafening sound is meant to warn off adversaries.
Catches slight movement. As he turns and looks, he sees the silhouette of a massive Allosaurus and is now closing in.
The Allosaurus is a classic animal. Its claws can be used to hold prey, but its teeth are its main weapon.
The Allosaurus turns his body and the Ceratosaurus lines up to try to figure out.
The Ceratosaurus probably mated for life. Now it can concentrate only on survival.
Using trees as defense, he ducks in and out, trying to get in close enough to attack that mouth every time the Ceratosaurus steps from behind a tree. Ceratosaurus looks at his attack, recognizes the team is vulnerable, has no defense. He'll be able to move onto the side and rip him open. His long, sticky tail is designed like a bouncer. It would be like the world's first rodeo.
The Ceratosaurus would have been able to jump over it. It is the Ceratosaurus' own.
Blood gushing from the wound. Now the fight is changed. Ceratosaurus moves quickly around and leaps into the air, landing on the side of the Allosaurus. The Ceratosaurus slumps to the ground, and the Allosaurus towers over its prey. Its helpless prey.
Ceratomarked. For them, contact is a last resort. try to flush their blood and chase it towards the hiding area. The male Ceratosaurus will use a loud roar to drive the prey and alert its hiding mate.
She has no idea. 35-foot long, 4-ton Allosaurus is within striking distance. He slowly begins to move up behind her, trying to be as quiet as possible.
The Allosaurus's feet are heavily padded with rubbery piles of steel. This allows even the 4-ton Allosaurus to sneak up on its prey. It also allows it to grip the ground more firmly, preventing missteps which will hurt its prey. The Allosaurus exerts one kind of pressure with its body while leaping force. The Ceratosaurus may ultimately be due to its limited brain capacity, only able to concentrate on one thing at a time. It is too slow to recognize.
He'll jump out at any moment. He knows where the ambush spot is.
The Allosaurus bellows loudly at the male Ceratosaurus. Be louder than the roar of a jumbo jet. This deafening sound is meant to warn off adversaries.
Catches slight movement. Turns to look and sees the silhouette of a masked Allosaurus that is now closing in.
The Allosaurus is a classic thing. Its claws can be used to hold prey, but its teeth are made.
The Allosaurus turns his body as the Ceratosaurus lines up to try to figure out.
The Ceratosaurus probably mated for life, but now they concentrate only on survival.
Using trees as defense, ducks in and out, trying to get in close enough to attack that mouth every time the Ceratosaurus steps into the tree. Ceratosaurus looks at his pattern and recognizes the two most vulnerable spots. Has no defense. He'll be able to leap onto the side and rip it open. His long, stiffened tail is designed like a balancing. It would be like the world's first rodeo.
The Ceratosaurus would have been able to jump on it. It is the Ceratosaurus' only hope.
The Allosaurus blood gushing from the room. Now the fight has changed. Ceratosaurus moves quickly around and leaps into the air, landing on the side of the Allosaurus. The Ceratosaurus slumps to the ground, and the Allosaurus towers over its prey.
When scientists find Allosaurus bones, they almost always show signs of burns, spikes, and other injuries, which indicates that they were frequent fighters. Ceratosaurus bones are usually found unbroken, and then conflict causes lessons. The Ceratosaurus is a cautious dinosaur, with eyes placed closer to the sides of its head to widen its field of vision and help it spot potential trouble. Perhaps they would only venture into dangerous territory when driven by terrible hunger.
Dinosaurs like Allosaurus intruders that they do not know.
With its eyes placed more to the side, the Ceratosaurus had more depth perception when looking straight ahead. It was best able to see prey in front of it when standing still to stabilize its vision.
She'll hide in a dense growth of trees along the standing motionless, only moving on the striking distance. He slowly begins to move up behind him, trying to be as quiet as possible.
The Allosaurus' feet are heavily packed with rubbery callus skin. This allows even the 4-ton Allosaurus to sneak up on its victim. It also allows it to grip the ground more firmly, preventing missteps. Alert.
Delayed.
The Allosaurus exerts 1-ton pressure with its body, a lethal force.
And slows down.
The Ceratosaurus may ultimately overcome by its limited brain capacity, only able to concentrate on one thing at a time, and is too slow to recognize.
Female will jump out at any moment. He knows where the ambush spot is.
The Allosaurus bellows loudly at the male Ceratosaurus, slightly louder than the roar of a giant galloping ox. This deafening sound is meant to warn off adversaries.
He catches slight movement. As he turns and looks, he sees the silhouette of a massive Allosaurus that is now closing in.
The Allosaurus is a classic. Its claws can be used to hold prey, but its teeth are dangerous.
The Allosaurus turns his body and the Ceratosaurus lines up to try to figure out who is who.
The Ceratosaurus probably mated for life, but now it can concentrate only on survival.
Using trees as defense, ducks in and out, trying to get in close enough to attack that mouth every time the Ceratosaurus steps from the tree. Ceratosaurus looks at his attack and recognizes the two most vulnerable spots. As no defense, he'll be able to leap onto the side and rip him open. His long, stiffened tail is designed to bounce him. It would be like the world's first rodeo.
The Ceratosaurus would have needed a jungle today. It is the Ceratosaurus' own.
The Allosaurus, blood gushing from the wound. Now the fight has changed. Ceratosaurus moves quickly around and leaps into the air, landing on the side of the Allosaurus. The Ceratosaurus slumps to the ground, and the Allosaurus towers over his prey. Let's help his prey.
When scientists find Allosaurus bones, they almost always show signs of breaks, bites, and other injuries, which indicates that they were frequent fighters. Ceratosaurus bones are usually found unmarked. In them, contact is left. The Ceratosaurus is a cautious dinosaur, with eyes placed closer to the sides of its head to widen its field of vision and help it spot potential trouble. Perhaps they would only venture into dangerous territory when driven by terrible hunger.
Dinosaurs like Allosaurus are not welcome.
With its eyes placed more to the side, the Ceratosaurus had more depth perception looking straight ahead. It was best to watch the prey in front of it and standing still to stabilize its vision.
She'll hide in a dense grove of trees along the shore, standing motionless. Only thing moving on her won't be her occupant.
While the female is in hiding, her mate moves to circle behind their potential prey. He will then try to flush their quarry and chase it towards the hiding female. Male Ceratosaurus will use a loud roar to drive the prey and alert his hiding mate.
She has no
preventing missteps. The Allosaurus exerts one-ton pressure with its body, a lethal force. The Ceratosaurus may ultimately have been doomed by its limited brain capacity. Only able to concentrate on one thing at a time, it is too slow to recognize.
Will jump out at any moment. He knows where the ambush spot is.
The Allosaurus bellows loudly at the male Ceratosaurus, slightly louder than the roar of a jumbo jet taking off. This deafening sound is meant to warn off adversaries.
Catches slight movement. As he turns and looks, he sees the silhouette of a massive Allosaurus that is now closing in.
The Allosaurus is a classic animal. Its claws can be used to hold prey, and its teeth are its main weapon.
The Allosaurus turns his body and the Ceratosaurus lines up to try to figure out.
In bird species, the Ceratosaurus probably mated for life, but now can concentrate only on survival.
Using trees as defense, ducks in and out, trying to get in close enough to attack that mouth every time the Ceratosaurus steps into one tree. Ceratosaurus looks at his attack and recognizes the tree knows but has no defense. Will be able to leap onto his side and rip it open. His long, stiff tail is designed like a bouncer. It would be like the world's first rodeo.
The Ceratosaurus would have been able to jump over it. It is the Ceratosaurus's only.
Into the Allosaurus. The Allosaurus, blood gushing from the wound. Now the fight has changed. Ceratosaurus moves quickly around and leaps into the air, landing on the side of the Allosaurus. The Ceratosaurus slumps to the ground, and the Allosaurus towers